Laugh. Albert Hubbard once said, "Don't take life too seriously. You can't escape it alive anyway." You can't argue with that. So this short talk I want to focus on laugh. And the first thing that people have to know is they have to learn how to laugh at themselves and move on, especially when the times are tough. Now, who would you be comfortable living with? Someone who takes himself and his life very seriously, or someone who is very comfortable with himself or herself? For me, it makes it very easy to deal with people who are comfortable with themselves because, I don't have to keep on thinking what they will think. I don't have to be guarded in the way I speak. I don't have to be worried about how they will react to what I speak because they are comfortable with themselves. Most people are the same way. So if you want to get along well with people, you need to learn how to be comfortable with yourself. Now, how do you do that? You should develop the ability to laugh at yourself and move on in most situations. Most people have problems when they hit with failures, or the fear of failure is the biggest thing and they can't laugh at themselves whenever there is failure or whenever there is a fear of failure. Now, let me ask you this question. What is the chance that 100% of your initiatives that you take in the next 12 months will really succeed? That means everything that you touch will turn to gold. What are the chances? The chances are very, very slim. That means I ask this question so many times and people end up coming to a percentage which is 50-50. They say, 50% of the time I might succeed, 50% of the time I might fail. So statistically, for every two things that you do, in one you will succeed and one you will fail, which should be okay, but it's really not okay because the moment you succeed, you will say, it's not a really big thing. Everybody can do that. But the moment you fail, you will start blaming, you will start complaining, you will blame your boss, your spouse, and your colleagues, and your friends, and your economic climate, government, you name it, everything, but you can't handle failure. Although statistically, you are supposed to fail 50% of the time. That's the first thing that you should know, that either you will succeed or you will learn. Not fail, but you will learn. So here are a few more tips that I want to leave so that you can get comfortable with laughing at yourself. First one is nobody really cares. You may be very self-conscious. You may be thinking that everybody is observing your every single move, what you are wearing, how you are walking, how you are talking. But let me tell you that everybody is very busy with their own set of problems. And nobody has time to observe you under a microscope. The second one, this is about failure. I want to say that giving up is very, very easy. And I was attending a seminar a few years ago, and the seminar leader illustrated this very beautifully. He was talking to the parents in the room, and he was asking to remember them about the time when their babies were learning to walk. And he said, imagine a scenario where your baby is learning to walk for the first time, and you have some friends over, and the baby, he tries to get down and he falls. He tries to get down and he falls. Maybe he will walk a couple of steps, he will fall down. Maybe after the 20th time, one of your friends says, you know what, he has tried too much. 20 times is too much. I mean, he tried it, maybe he can't succeed, maybe he should not walk. What do you think the parent's reaction would be? He would be furious. He would say something like, are you crazy? Are you nuts? I mean, my son will walk how many ever tries he has to make. He will do that even if it takes 100 times. He would continue to try and he would walk. He won't give up. But apply it to the same thing in their own lives. The second or third time they are ready to give up. They just want to give up and go. That is the time when you have to learn to laugh and move on. The last one is to be optimistic. Who would you rather be with? Will you be with the person who is setting higher standards in the levels of whining and complaining, or someone who has a brighter side, who looks at the brighter side of life? I mean, I would be comfortable with living with people who are optimistic and who bring some joy and light into the room. So with that, happy learning and happy laughing.